time, every brewer has a best recipe. Is this a standard where we will brew coffee when we don't know the best way to make it yet? Good morning, everyone. I am Bom, and I also have my best recipe. So please take a look of it in front of the menu. Okay. So that is my best recipe is start from 3 pour with same amount of water in every pour. And I focus in even extraction, so I use flat bottom dippers. And for the grind size, I use the same size with cupping, which is 850 microns. And the only one thing that I adjust is the water temperatures. And my criteria for adjust is the visual colors. If the coffee considered as light, I will use 90 degrees Celsius to brew it all the way, medium 85, and dark 80. And this recipe can ensure that I get my cup profile that's very easy to drink. So it should be less unpleasant taste and balance between sweetness and acidity. And this recipe is easy to use. Almost the coffee that I brew from it is really good, maybe just a small adjusting. And if I have to brew the coffee for the first time to my customer, I will use this recipe because it's safe. However, I think to myself, if the best recipe is always works, then what is my role as a brewer? And such as the answer is, my role is to know how to make it better. Because in my daily job, I am a sales support, and I don't have a lot of chance to brew the coffee. So when I get an amazing coffee, I feel really excited. And I want to do my best to bring every potential. So today, I bring an amazing coffee with me. This is an geisha coffee from Panama, Chile. This coffee farm is located at Boquete and grow up this coffee at 1,900 meters above the sea levels, which is showcase a high altitude excellence that give me a higher sweetness like caramel. And this coffee processed by JH natural process that we use the isolated bacteria and yeast to fermentation the coffee for 72 hours. And we dry it 5 weeks in the room control temperatures. So this process deliver me a cleaner, sweeter, and rounder final cups. This is the reason why I choose it. And for the roasting profile, today, this coffee roasting by air roasting machine with fast roast to highlight transparent and clarity in the flavors. And for the roasting profile, we're looking for the low delta, which is the difference of the colors between inside and outside of the roasted beans. So this roasting profile deliver me fully developed beans, and this maximize the candy sweetness. And just the first time that I brew this coffee for my best recipe, it's no good. Just in the flavor is low and the sweetness is low. And also when it's cooled down, its structure is collapsed. But I love this coffee so much. And in that time, I think I have to be a better brewer to make this beautiful coffee can shine. So just I consistently use 50 ppm of aqua coat and distilled water to balance between transparent flavor and sweet. And now I will show you the adjustment that I make. So for my best recipe, I use 1:50 ratio. But today, I'm looking for the rounder mouthfeel. So I use 1:40 ratio, which is 15 grams of coffee and 205 grams of water. And this coffee considered as medium. For my best recipe, I will use 85 degrees Celsius to brew it all the way. But today, I use dual temperatures, which is 94 degrees Celsius for my first 2 pour to make a better flavors, and 65 degrees Celsius for last 2 pour to prevent the over extractions. But in the end, the temperature is my dipper will be 85 degrees Celsius. Okay, and just today, I grind this coffee a little bit coarser than usual. I grind at 950 microns. So in this grind size, it will enhance the hibiscus and red currant aromas into the final cups. And just my best recipe, I use 3 pour, but today I use 4 pours to a better structure of the mouthfeel. Okay, let's brew the coffee. So, in my first 2 pour, I call it the higher temperature stage. In this higher temperature stage, I will use the high pulling height, following with the fellow kettle. It provides me the fast flow rate that make more aggregation in the front. And this make my coffee have more red currants and hibiscus aroma. Okay. And to just my first pour, I will start with 50 ml. And for my second pour, I will pour another 20 ml. Okay, that's it. And for my last two pour, I call it the lower temperature stage. In this stage, I will decrease my pouring height for a little bit. And following with the thermal fishbowl kettle, it provides me the slower flow rate that make my coffee have more sweetness, like fruit candy. Okay, for my third pour, I will pour with 40 ml. And for my last pour, I will pour with 30 ml. And judges, today, the brewing time will end at 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Okay. And do the even extractions. Today, every attribute is all the same intensity, which is a medium intensity along the way from hot to cold. Okay. And judges, for now, I would like you to flip the menu to the next page. Yep. Thank you very much. So today, you don't have to write out the test description because I already write it down for you in the menu. Okay. At first, I would like you to evaluate the aroma first, because this morning, this coffee has really amazing aroma and I really love it. So you will get hibiscus, red currants, and mango. And to enjoy these beautiful aromas, please swirl the server for 5 times and enjoy. Okay. May I? Have a good day. May I? Thank you. May I? Thank you. So now, please enjoy the aroma and I will come back. Okay, are you good? Okay, I will go to the next attribute, the flavors. Okay, when hot, again, hibiscus, red currants, and mango. And when it's turned warm, it's like red currants, mango, and grapes. And when it's cold, it's red currants, mango, and chocolate brownie. Okay, and for the aftertaste, it's long and lingering all the way. With when hot, hibiscus, when warm, grapes, and when it's cold, red currants. Okay, may I? Thank you. And for the next attribute, the acidity. When hot to warm, when hot to warm, it's like red currants, and when it's turned warm to cold, it's like grape. May I? And for the sweetness, such as when hot to warm, it's like fruit candy. And when it's warm to cold, it's like caramel. May I? And for the mouthfeel, such as when hot to warm, it's velvety. And when it's turned cold, it's like winey and tannin, like young red wine. And judges, to enjoy this coffee, please waiting until the end of the presentations. Okay, judges, in the end, as brewers, our base recipe is our comfort zone, a safe space. But to make a better coffee, we must step beyond it. The difference between good coffee and better coffee comes down to one thing. It is a choice that I made. Judges, I hope this morning I give you a great cup of coffee, because I love brewing and drinking coffee so much. And I know how an amazing coffee can brighten the whole day. Time.